Hello, my name is Emma Watkins, and today I'm going to be testing the soap that I created in lab that I named Tranquility Wash. The reason that I decided to go with the name of it was because I put eucalyptus essential oils in it. So I kind of wanted to get like a peaceful kind of feel to it. As for the actual texture of my soap, I've been letting it dry out probably for the last 4 or so days that I've brought it home. It's not sticky or solid. It's kind of like I'm definitely able to mold it if I wanted to, but it's not sticking to my hands. I have noticed though that I did put, I would say about 10 drops of eucalyptus oil in it, and the smell is, it smells kind of like eucalyptus, very faintly though. It's not very strong. It kind of mostly just smells like nothing. So I guess that's fine. But if I were definitely to take a toothpick through it, it would go straight through. It's very, very like moldable. But for the most part, it's not sticking to my hands. It's just kind of soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by trying to wash it and wash my hands with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it wet and lather it up. So it's kind of slimy a little bit. I'm gonna touch my pH paper. So, the pH paper turned kind of like a, I would say this is like a green color if you can see it. So if I were to compare it on the pH paper, I would say it's somewhere in between 9 and 10. It's kind of like a dark green. It's definitely, I would say it's definitely closest to 9. So for that being said, my soap is on the basic side, definitely. I would say this is because we made it with sodium hydroxide and triglyceride. So sodium hydroxide is a very strong base, which is why I would assume that it's come out as a very basic pH for the soap. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off and use commercial soap and test that. So I'm going to dry my hands off. And for my commercial soap, I'm just using cactus flower hand wash. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a pump of it to wash my hands. Get my hands a little wet. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and touch the pH. And this is definitely not green at all. This is a little bit more yellow than what my soap was. So I would actually say that this is probably between 7 and 8. It's kind of close to 8. But I would say it's probably an 8. It's kind of like a light greeny. But it's actually closer to like a neutral pH than what my soap actually was. So I'm going to go ahead and wash this off. Okay, so now I'm going to test to see how well my soap actually cleans. So I'm going to dry off both my hands. Alright, and touch my hand to some of this charcoal sandpaper. Okay. So, my hands are dirty, definitely dirty. So I'm going to go ahead and try my soap and see how it feels cleaning, see if it actually works. so far so good. It almost immediately came off with my soap. My soap kind of feels very like thin, maybe even slimy when I'm washing it. So it definitely works though because the charcoal is coming off. So yeah, I would definitely say that it definitely works because it came off pretty easily. It didn't take me a lot to rub off all of the charcoal. I'm gonna go ahead and just rinse the rest of the soap off. So if I were to conclude this video and rate my soap, I personally probably would not buy my soap just because when I was rinsing it off, it kind of came off slimy and a little bit like very thin. I personally like soap that I feel like I can feel like it's actually getting the dirt off, whereas that one, it was pretty easy to use, but I definitely liked the Cactus Flower, the commercial soap, better. I would say my soap was unexpected, as in terms of I only used about 2 or 3 drops of blue coloring, and as you can see, it definitely is not blue. It's kind of like a purpley color. So that was a little bit unexpected. Also, my mold didn't fully dry when I pulled it out. It was supposed to be a lion, but it was too soft and wasn't dry, so it kind of just turned into a clump, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Expected wise, I definitely can still smell the Tranquility, but I don't know, I wasn't really a big fan. I probably wouldn't buy it for myself, but for the most part it came out generally a little bit unexpected, as in a clump, a color, and it's kind of slimy. I didn't think it was going to be that thin. I was hoping for something a little bit thicker because it's closer to a soap bar than it would be liquid soap, so I was thinking it was going to be a little bit thicker, but it wasn't really. So I personally wouldn't buy it, but thank you.